Hey guys, it's Savannah. Welcome back to my channel. I am back with another Dollar Tree DIY video, so let's get started. For our first DIY, you're gonna need one of these little Easter box picture things. And I always do this. I always try to remove the paper and it never works. So this is me trying. And then once I couldn't get it, I did sand it all down just to get a flat surface, and I started giving it a good coat of the Ivory Waverly chalk paint. And I did also go on the sides, even though it was already white, this is kind of like an off-white, and I wanted it to all be cohesive. While that's drying, I'm taking this burlap roll. I got this from Walmart for I think $2. It might have been $4, but I'm pretty sure it was like $2.88. And I start by cutting off, I cut off the end because you could see where it was bent and I didn't want that part. So I cut that off and then I just cut a little square. And then we are going to cut a triangle, kind of like a long triangle, like a carrot triangle. So I started by taking my scissors, obviously, just cutting a triangle, and then I felt like the top was a little bit too long, so I did trim it up just a little bit more. Next, I'm taking a sponge brush and some orange Dollar Tree paint. I thought I had some other orange paint, but I guess this is the only kind that I had, and it did work, but I just started by taking it in a sponge brush and kind of just dry brushing it on the burlap of the carrot. Then we're gonna take a handful of raffia, and I kind of just took it and folded it in half, and then I'm taking some jute and I'm tying it at the bottom to hold them all together. Now I did this to kind of double it up, that way I didn't have to use so much raffia. I wanted to make it look full without using a ton, so I would say go longer and fold it up. And then once you have that tied, you are going to cut the top to make it look like a grass, kind of. Then we're gonna make a bow. I'm just taking this burlap ribbon from Walmart and some lace ribbon from Walmart. They were on sale for $1, and I'm just laying them on top of each other, and then I take some jute and I'm gonna cinch the middle of the bow. Then I'm going back in on our little picture frame, and I am just distressing the sides. The corners super kind of heavy, and then the sides just a little bit, and then I do go in the middle as well, and I just get it to how I like. One person asked me, is there a difference between chip brushes and chippy brushes? I think they're both the same. I just call them both. I just call this a little chippy brush because it's little, you know. Now we're gonna put it all together. So I start by taking my hot glue gun and I lay a bead at the top of the burlap carrot, and I lay that down first, and then I add some more almost in like a triangle shape and lay the rest of it down. Then I'm taking our raffia and I'm gonna hot glue that to the top of the carrot and hold it there for a minute because it is kind of big and you don't want it to come off. So I did have to hold it for a second. And then I am going to hot glue our bow right above the carrot and kind of on top of the raffia. And then I trim the raffia up, and then I add a little button to the middle of the bow. And I think that just adds a little bit more color. I don't know. I just love buttons. You guys know that. If you've been with me for a while, you guys know I love my Dollar Tree buttons. And that is it. I think this is so cute. You could lay it vertically, you could lay it horizontally, however you wanted to, but let me know what you guys think. If you haven't guessed it, today's video is a carrot galore hop. So all of my DIYs today are going to involve carrots somehow, and I have the awesome opportunity to collab with all of these amazing crafters. If you guys are not subscribed to them, you definitely have to hop around, check them out. We are also doing a $60 Amazon gift card giveaway, and to enter, all you have to do is go to the next person in the hop and hop around and leave a comment until you have commented on everyone's video. The next person in the hop is in my description box, and good luck. Moving on to our second DIY, you're going to need one of these Dollar Tree hearts, and then I am taking that same Dollar Tree orange paint. I was kind of disappointed at first because I thought I had some other orange paint, but this actually ended up working out. I don't know if it was because it was cheap, but it almost looked like it stained the heart orange. So I thought that was like really cute. Now I've seen this somewhere. I can't remember who I saw do this. If you guys saw someone else do this, let me know because I definitely want to give them credit. But I also do the back of this because I want this to sit on a tiered tray. So I did want the back to be covered. Then I'm taking this pick I got from Walmart. It was 97 cents, and I'm taking off one of the white twigs. I don't know what that flower is called. Looks almost like a weed. And then some of the grass. I want to use both of them, but I just kind of I'm playing with it to see if it will fit inside each other, and it does. So then I set that to the side, and we are going to make a bow. I'm taking basically the same ribbon, except I add some buffalo check in there, and I am doing an X bow this time. So you basically just lay everything in X formation, and then I cinch this bow. Then we're going to put it all together, and I start by doing the grass first. So I lay a good amount of hot glue on there, and I lay this grass on top of that, kind of down a little bit so it looks like it's coming up from the carrot. And then I am going to hot glue the bow on top of that to hide that. So once I did that, I went back and I distressed the carrot. Now, I wish I would have done that first, but you know what? You live and you learn. So I think this turned out so cute, and I think it is so cute on a tier tray or just anywhere, just decoration in your house. You guys get it. So for our next DIY, you're going to need another one of these Easter boxes. I mean, it's kind of like, you never learned, Savannah, do you? Okay, so I started out by giving it a coat of the Ivory Waverly chalk paint. And this is why I always try to get the paper up, because I feel like if I paint on this paper, it starts to, I don't know, like bubble up almost. So then, of course, I go in and I start picking at it, and it doesn't come off, like it never does. So I ended up having to sand it down and then just give it another full coat. Then once that was dry, I go in with my Antique Waverly Wax and my chip brush, and I am just distressing the edges. This side, kind of the same as I did with the first side. I like to go a little bit heavier on the corners and then a little bit lighter on the edges. But if you guys ever distress too much, sanding it down just a little bit or going back over with your base coat is a really good way to blend it in. So once that was dry, I am taking some of this buffalo check ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I am laying one long line of hot glue kind of midway, a little more than halfway up. So I don't even know how to explain this. It would probably be better just to watch, but I start by laying one thing of hot glue, and then I take the ribbon and I fold it over, and I lay some more hot glue and hold that down, and then I can like a zigzag almost, and I do this all the way down, each time getting smaller to form like a triangle shape. Then once that was done, I'm taking the same greenery that I used in the last DIY, and I'm hot gluing that to the middle of the carrot. Now, you guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I did this before I did my first one. So I really wish that I would have done raffia for the grass, just because I felt like it made it look more a little more farmhouse rustic. But you know what? I think this is cute too. So you can do either. But then next we're going to make a bow for the carrot to hide where the grass is coming out. So again, I'm just taking that same ribbon, some Dollar Tree ribbon, some raffia, and I lay them all out, and then I cinch the bow and put it on top of the carrot to hide the grass. And then I add a button in the middle of the bow just because I thought it was cute, and it kind of pulled it all together. And that is it. So let me know what you guys think of this one. Also, if you are new here, I am Savannah and I love doing high-end Dollar Tree DIYs or honestly anything DIY on a budget. So if that's something you're into, I hope that you stick around, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, like, share, comment. It really does help my channel out and it means the absolute world to me. Moving on to our last DIY, you're going to need one of these crates from the Dollar Tree. And I start by going in with some Ivory Waverly chalk paint and just dry brushing over it. I did not go for a full coat. I just wanted to get a little bit of this on there because I did like a little bit of that wood showing through, and I did all the way around it, the bottom as well. You'll see why in a minute. And then I did not worry about the inside. And then we're going to take one of these Dollar Tree candlesticks and that same color, the ivory color, and we are going to paint it. Now, I have always painted these candlesticks vertically, like up and down. No, yeah, up and down. But if you go kind of like horizontally, I feel like it spreads so much better. I don't know why I've never tried that, but I just felt like that was so much easier. Anyways, you're just going to give this one good coat. I ended up having to do two, but you're going to let it obviously dry in between. Then once the crate was dry, I am going back in with some antique Waverly wax and the chip brush, and I am just stressing it, focusing again more on the edges and the sides. So I just do that all the way around and on the bottom as well. Then we're taking some of these Dollar Tree carrots. Now, I removed all the greenery on the top of these. I just don't like it. I feel like it makes them look cheap, even though they are a dollar. But I feel like you can definitely spruce these up and make them look like you spent a lot more money on them. So I have these scrap greeneries, and you can pull them off any pick. I think they were a 97-cent pick from Walmart. And the easiest way I found to do this is take some scissors and kind of go in the top of the carrot, and then take your hot glue gun, put some glue in there, and then push your greenery down in there. Now, isn't that so much cuter? So I just repeat this step. I am using 8 of these. So if you will need 2 packs if you don't have 2, because I think only 6 come in there, and I just had 2 other laying around, so I thought, why not? Let's use them. So anyways, I'm just showing you one more time how I did that. Took some scissors, put some hot glue in there, and then put the greenery in the top. Now, I want these carrots to stand up in this crate, so I'm going to do 3 in the front, 2 in the middle, and 3 in the back, but I'm going to hot glue the 3 in the front and the 3 in the back. So I'll just kind of let this play out so you can watch. Then once I had all of them glued on, I am taking some Spanish moss from the Dollar Tree, and I'm taking the 2 other carrots, and I'm kind of just wiggling them down in there. I didn't really mind how these sat, if they fell just a little bit, but I did want to make sure that the ones in the front stayed put. So once I had the carrots in how I wanted, I went back and I added just a little bit more Spanish moss to make it look a little bit more fuller. Then I'm taking this tag. I buy these from Dollar General. I think they're no more than $2. And I am painting it with Agave from Waverly. And I do the front and the back of this. I know I'm doing a lot of the backs today, you guys. But I just wanted to make sure that this was the same color all the way around. Then we're going to distress over our candlesticks. And when I do these, I just make sure to go on the bottom and on the raised edges, but you can do it however you like, wherever you want to. I do go a little bit in the middle, more heavier on the raised parts, and I just honestly just go at it. Then once that was done, we are going to take this little box and we are going to hot glue it on top of the candlestick. So I just thought this added just a little bit of extra something, you know. Of course, we could just leave the box how it is, but I did want to add just a little bit more to make it look a little bit more high end. So once I hot glued that on there, we are going to take, I'm going to hold it for 10 million years first. But next we're going to take some jute and we are going to start a line at the back. So we're going to take the jute, put it on the back, and we're going to wrap it around 3 times. But at first, we're only going to wrap it around twice and wait to do the 3rd time. So I'll tell you why in a second. So then I'm taking that tag and I'm taking my Dollar Tree black furniture scratch marker, and I am just freehanding this. You can use your Cricut if you want. I just didn't want to print this whole thing out. So I just decided to write it, and I'm just writing bunny food. I thought that was super cute because they're carrots, obviously. So, and then once that was done, I did go over the wording a few times, the letters a few times, just to thicken them up. But the reason that I wanted the jute, I didn't want to wrap it around all the 2 times yet. Oh my gosh, girl, I am making no sense today. The reason I wanted to wait is because I wanted to put the tag on first, and I'm sorry you can't see, but I just put the tag up to the top, and then I take that jute and I wrap it around because I want it to kind of go over the tag, like the tag isn't just dangling there. I kind of wanted it to hold the tag down, and then just to get it to sit how I wanted to, I added some hot glue. And that is it. I think this is so stinking cute. I hope you guys enjoyed today's carrot DIY video. Be sure to check out the next person in the hop. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, leave a carrot emoji or some kind of orange emoji. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.